We are live with Lunch Break Live. Tell us what you're making today.
Hi, today I'm making savory oats. We all love oats. We all love to eat oats for many reasons. And not everyone likes fruits or some maple syrup in their oats. So, this is a great option for someone who likes to eat savory things in the morning, or you can eat this for even lunch. So,
Yeah. Thank
these
you, Dr. Sirisha. This is Dr. Sirisha Potluri who is making this delicious dish. Let's get cooking, and then you can tell us all about all the good things that you've got happening here. I'm so excited. Take it away.
Yes. So this is like I have like a pan nice and hot here, and then I'll be adding each ingredients and I'll be explaining. While I'm doing that, I kept everything ready. So in India, in Indian cooking, we do a thing called tempering, where we add all these seeds. These are mustard seeds, these are cumin seeds, and some lentils, as you can see. So the pan is nice and hot, so I'm going to add it. And then you can, just saute these slightly. And then, since the pan is nice and hot, the mustard seeds will be flying all over. You can just move the pan like this and then, go ahead. And the reason for doing this is like when you toast the seeds and the lentils, they release nice aroma. So I don't want to burn these seeds. So I'm going to reduce the heat. And now comes the curry leaves. These are from my garden. And then green chili and some ginger pieces, which I diced nice and thin. So green chili is optional. If you like to eat spicy, you can add. If not, you can omit. This is how it looks at this point with the dry tempering. I didn't use even a drop of oil, as you can see. And let's saute this for a little bit. And while this is happening, I am boiling some water here. You can see it's around 6 cups of water because I'm making this oats or savory oats with 2 cups of oats. So for 2 cups of oats, I need like 6 cups of water or 5 to 6 cups of water. And what I did before the show started is like I toasted the oats on low heat and kept them ready. And the reason I put these dry oats in the colander is because I like to swift it so that if there is any tiny tiny particles in there will get down so that our oats won't be mushy. So this dish will be nice and fluffy instead of being too mushy. So if someone likes their oats nice and soft, you can add, you can put them in the instant pot and make it too. But this is a very quick recipe. So I think the ginger and the curry leaves are also toast nice and sauteed well. And these are how the curry leaves look. That has nothing to do with curry. I have like a curry leaf plant in my backyard. So I pluck like small stem and then put in the water and I'll use like 1 to 2 days. And then I don't want to add turmeric yet because since the pan is too hot, the turmeric might burn. So what I'll do is I'll add turmeric once I add the water. Since the water So today, for the savory oats, I'm using the frozen veggies. You can take any frozen veggies. Today, I happen to have only this one in my freezer. So this is a mixture of carrots, peas, green beans, and corn. So approximately 5 cups. So it says 5 servings, and each serving is 3/4 cup. So approximately 4.5 cups, right? So what I'm doing is I'm putting these frozen vegetables in the boiling water, and I'll let it cook for a few minutes. Um, while that is happening, I'll add the oats in this pan. Okay, where I'm sautéing the green chili, the ginger, and other spices like mustard seeds, cumin seeds, and some lentils. And it's pretty much it. If you have your oats toasted and ready, and if you have your water boiling and have the veggies ready, it's like a quick breakfast, or you can eat even for lunch. This is a filling lunch because we will be using whole grains and the veggies and all the spices, as well as at the end I'll be adding the greens, which is cilantro. We love using cilantro in Indian cooking. It goes very well with the flavors. But if you want to add greens, once the dish is done, you can as well add some chopped spinach or chopped kale, whatever you want, you can add at the end. But since the cilantro goes very well with the Indian spices, I'm adding cilantro. And since the water is nice and boiled, I'll just transfer the boiled water along with the vegetables in here. And we will let everything cook. It takes maybe 5 minutes for the oats to cook because these are rolled oats. If we're using like steel cut oats or oat groats, it takes time. But since these are the rolled oats, they cook very fast, and we are already boiled the water and kept the water ready, right? So, and these frozen veggies won't take that long to cook. So at this point, I will add the spices like turmeric, and there is one more spice called asafoetida. It's specifically available in the Indian markets. It's called asafoetida. It's comes from a root. I'll be adding 1/4 teaspoon of asafoetida. This helps in digestion. It has properties where it can aid in digestion. So, and then I'll be adding 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric.
Welcome to Lunch Break Live, everybody. So exciting. And Anita's wondering, what kind of lentils did you use in the beginning? Was it chana or tur dal?
Actually, I used urad dal and chana dal, little bit of each. Maybe a teaspoon of each. And in a minute, you'll see how quickly this dish will be done. And this tastes so good. You don't need to add salt. You don't need to add oil. But then the veggies we're using and the spices we're using will make it taste so good, especially when you squeeze some fresh lemon juice or lime juice on it. And even the cilantro, it adds a nice touch of freshness.
Okay, and also Tom is wondering, do you cook in special pots? Just curious about that.
I like to cook in thick bottom pans. As you can see, I like to use stainless steel, that too with nice and thick bottom, Even this one has a very thick bottom. So that way the food won't burn. The heat will be controlled. So that's the reason I like to pick the thick bottom pans. And as you can see here, how the oats are cooking, and then the water is evaporating. And veggies, frozen veggies, you don't need that much time. I can one time bring the camera close for you guys. Is that okay, Paige?
I think it's better if we leave sure. Okay, go right ahead.
Just to show them like how it is. Like, the only thing is you need to have everything ready, and then that's it. And these oats will absorb this water, This is such an amazing dish because it's low in calorie, high in fiber, and then all the goodness and nutrition you're getting from all the veggies, right? So, since we are avoiding the oil here, you're like removing like all these empty calories. Instead, we are, you know, using extra veggies in that place. We have room to use more veggies. At this point, to make the process even quicker, you can just put a lid on so that the heat will retain more. And yeah, it'll take like 5 to 7 minutes to cook that. So,
Great. Okay, we have a couple more questions for you. Let's see. We have the question about what are some of the breakfast ideas that you maybe have that you enjoy, and that you would recommend for people. Take it away.
yeah, one of the best breakfasts, if you want to look at the Indian breakfast, is oats upma or savory oats. This is so quick to make when you are like busy in the mornings. Like just make this. It's so flavorful, so tasty, at the same time nutritious. So this is one of the breakfast I love. And then green smoothies I love. And then steel cut oats that I cook in my instant pot along with along with some berries and dates. I cooked steel cut oats along with the dates in the instant pot, and then once it's done, then I add berries and some walnuts and all that. And we make these millet dosas. So we soak millets overnight and make a batter, and then make savory pancakes, and then fill it with potato curry or some greens, and eat it with chutneys. And then what else? Oh, I love avocado toast. Ezekiel bread with some avocado and some microgreens from my son's garden. Here are the microgreens. I'm gonna put in the plate.
Beautiful. Yes.
So that's like one of the easiest breakfasts. Like take Ezekiel bread, put some avocado or some oil-free hummus, and then put some microgreens on the top. You have such a nutritious and filling breakfast in the morning. And we make this tofu scramble. And then we also make tofu and chickpea flour omelets. And then what else? We make lentil cakes. These are steamed lentil and millet dumplings. It's steamed food, sorry. So we make that too, and that is also tasty.
Sounds delicious. Okay, we also have the question about, do you recommend fresh or frozen vegetables? That's number one. And then I'll ask the second one after you answer that. Thank you so much for joining us here on Lunch Break Live, everybody. Take it away.
Yeah, as much as possible, use the fresh vegetables. But then, see, busy days like this is kind of like an impromptu show. So it's good to have, frozen veggies ready. They are time savers, and then they can be useful in times like this, or during busy work period. Just take the frozen bag of veggies, dump in the instant pot, or add in your curries, in your dishes. There is nothing wrong in frozen vegetables. As a matter of fact, frozen veggies can sometimes be better than fresh if you're not using the fresh vegetables right away, and if you're keeping those veggies for too long in the refrigerator, because the frozen veggies are flash frozen, which makes them nutritious. That means the transit time from the production of those veggies and then freezing is much lesser. So frozen veggies are nutritious.
We also have a question. Are you an Ayurvedic doctor? Can you tell us more about that?
No, I'm not an Ayurvedic doctor, but since I come from India and our cooking principles are mostly based on Ayurveda. I know a little bit of it because it's coming from our grandmas and our parents and our, you know, from so many years. Like if we have like a tummy ache, immediately my grandma would boil some water, add some caraway seeds, some fennel seeds, and some mint leaves, and she makes like a tea. And believe it or not, that works. So if you call that Ayurveda, that happens in many households across India. Like, you know, we drink, like if you have cold, we prefer like give our kids like um, there is a soup called rasam. We make that, especially when kids have cold or we have cold, to make our sinuses clear. Um, we use dishes like that, and there are many home remedies we use from Ayurveda. For example, when someone has cough, if you have like a holy basil plant in your garden, we bring those leaves and then make a tea out of it and drink it. That helps. So it's called tulasi tea. It's nothing but holy basil. So yeah, so we use that in our daily lives a lot more. Yeah.
And then there's also the question of, are you with PCRM, Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine?
I mean, I am a member of it and I love that organization for all the reasons, but I'm not an active, what should I say? I don't hold any position in there, but I'm a member of it. Anyone can become a member, actually. Every year they do this membership drives. So, yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that. That's really wonderful to know. Yes, indeed. Okay, so we have a couple more questions here. Do you like Dave's Killer bread too? Do you like Dave's bread as well? Have you tried that before?
Yes, it's good compared to many other breads available in the market, but Ezekiel is the best because it has sprouted grains, no oil, and Dr. Greger recommended bread. So, but I think something very close to Ezekiel is Dave's killer bread. Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. So get the sprouted Ezekiel. I'm going to put up here Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. How can people find you if they want to connect with you and perhaps do some collaboration or some work with you? Take it away.
Yeah, you can find me on my Instagram, Siri_health foods. That's on the flyer, Plant-Based Los Angeles. And we have a blog, plantbasedlosangeles.org. We try to upload these recipes as much as possible. Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it. I'll put it right here in the chat. Those of you that are just joining us, we are on lunch break live. We're having this 5-step quick and easy savory oats Oompa. And you can catch Lunch Break Live daily here on Jane Unchained, janeunchained.com. We will have the recipe and more of Dr. Sirisha's recipes. That's right. And Tom wants to know, do you make your own naan and Indian flatbread? Is it called roti? He's wondering.
Yes, I don't make naan, but then I make chapati or roti with the whole wheat flour, and most of the times I add sweet potato, and then make like a sweet potato flatbread, and then I try to add some greens in there. Either it can be fenugreek leaves, or it can be moringa leaves, and then mix those moringa leaves, boiled sweet potato in the whole wheat flour and make a flatbread. Or you can make with any greens, but then the greens should be not too soggy. That's why the fenugreek leaves and moringa leaves work well. Some people add mint also. Mint and cilantro also goes well if you want to make that kind of flatbreads, where you can add both sweet potato and the greens. So the Savory Oats Upma is done.
Oh my goodness, it looks amazing. And you have had the request for more segments, please. And also, I think people are going to want to know, are you coming out with a book? Where can we find some of your fabulous recipes? Have you thought about doing a book yourself?
Yes, definitely planning to do a book, working on it. So when it's very close to be done, I will definitely come on the show and will let you guys know. And thank you so much for all these kind comments and requests. And you can find the recipes on our blog, plantbasedlosangeles.org, or I try to post constantly on my Insta, which is Siri_health foods. Yeah, that's it.
Amazing. So how long would you say that was on the stove top? And would you be willing to show us close up in a bowl? We'd love to see it.
It's, I think I added a little bit more water than I should. If not, it should be done 5 minutes earlier than this. And now it looks little watery, but then once it cools off a little bit, it'll look nice and dry. And I like to add the cilantro at the end once I off the stove. That way we can retain some of the health benefits in the raw cilantro. Yeah, it's done. I can off the stove, and then I'm going to quickly show you guys how it looks.
Oh, that looks so savory. Oh my goodness.
No, right? It's like so delicious once I add all the cilantro in and then mix it. It's such a quick, you can call it breakfast, you could call it lunch or dinner, anything, because we are adding a ton of veggies. This can be a nice, lunch or dinner either. And I love to serve this with a little bit of lemon or lime juice. That way you won't need salt. If at all anyone wants salt, you can just, sprinkle a tiny bit on the top, but it's not needed.
Oh my goodness. This
here
is exquisite. As always, so fun to have you on here with us on Lunch Break Live. Those of you that are just watching, this is a whole foods, plant-based, no oil, no sugar, no salt. Yes. And the 21-day plant-based challenge is coming up over there in the Plant-Based Los Angeles Facebook group. Also, we are seeing, yes, of course, vegan food rocks. Need to let the animals alone and free. Yes, indeed. And look at this, everybody. Incredible, so healthy with the greens, the natural greens as well. Oh my goodness. And you and your son have been cooking up, growing some greens for people to really learn about the benefits of greens. And thank you everybody for joining us here on Lunch Break Live. We look forward to seeing you again next time. Please head over to our Facebook, head over to Dr. Sirisha's Facebook, and also you are going to find all kinds of things like their 21-day plant-based challenge. It's a community over there. You want to head over there, and you're going to head over to Jane Unchained, janeunchained.com for this recipe and more. Yes, this is so much fun. You are right. More segments, please. Yes, a healthy recipe. We like to mix it up, don't we? We bring you health. We bring you whole foods. We bring you junk food, vegan. Why not? A little bit of that in your life too. But it's up to you. Everything in moderation. And we do want to actually support people in going more on the whole foods, plant-based aspect with the no oil, no sugar, and no salt. Oh my goodness. Anything else you want to say to your fans out here?
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's very important to eat whole grains, that too without oil. And it's extremely important to go vegan. Let's prevent more pandemics. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. And thank you again for jumping into this Lunch Break Live with us. And we will see you all next time on Lunch Break Live. Thanks again. Please share this broadcast out if you will. It makes a difference. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Paige. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.